On December 26, 2016, Sue and Ken Allen and their family embarked on a journey nearly halfway around the world and back in time about 6,000 years. These are excerpts from the journal Sue kept along the way. Nazareth, way up high on a hill overlooking the great central plain. It was a small village then and difficult to get to in Jesus' time, but it does have a gorgeous view out over the valley of Armageddon. We spent the morning on the hills overlooking Bethlehem from the north, the city where Christ was born. We listened to 3 stories from the Bible about Bethlehem. The first was of Rachel having Benjamin and dying in Bethlehem. The second was of Ruth the Moabite and Naomi, of how they'd returned and Ruth cared for Naomi, her mother-in-law. The third was the story of Christ and his birth. On the hillside was a cave that sheltered us from the wind. We went inside it, a cave that would be similar to the one where perhaps Christ was born. We stood on the hillside among 800-year-old olive trees. We sang Christmas carols and imagined the shepherds on those hills in the springtime, and hearing that glorious announcement of the birth of the Savior so many years ago. Climbing back into our oversized tour bus, we drove the few miles south down to Bethlehem. It is not far, but Bethlehem is in the West Bank area, which is governed by the Palestinian Authority, so everyone must go through a checkpoint to get in. The roads into Bethlehem are very crowded and very narrow. The whole area was crazy. We had to park the bus out of the downtown area and then take minibuses up to Manger Square, the traditional site of the birth of Christ. There are various churches of the Nativity off of Manger Square. They are operated by the Roman Catholic, Greek Orthodox, and Armenian Christian churches. There is a cave in the basement that may be the location of where Christ was born. 2 different exact sites are claimed. There are artifacts and paintings and people crowding, and yet it's amazing to contemplate that over 2,000 years ago, this was a small village where Jesus Christ was born in humble circumstances. He began his life like any other mortal child. The time had been a good wind down after all the busy touring. We really were ready to go home.